All right, friends, it's time to get started on replacing our wiper motor pulse board. It's going to be located right behind this cover right here. The first thing we need to do is disconnect the wiring. Lift this tab, slide this out, inspect it, make sure you don't see any corrosion. This looks good, I'll set it aside. To remove the cover, you're going to remove 3 T20 screws. Just going to gently pry this off of here. Let's carefully slide this out of here. There it is, friends. The next thing you want to do is clean up all the areas where you can see that there might be some sort of gasket. We're going to go ahead and re-gasket this, so we want to make sure we have a perfect seal so no moisture or debris can make its way inside the motor area. So I cleaned off the gasket as much as possible. The next thing that I want to pay attention to is the contact areas. We have a couple contacts right down along here. You want to make sure there's no green crunchies in there. That would be corrosion, and you definitely want to make sure that you deal with that. These look great. So I'm going to move along to this area along here. Now this is the area where that pulse board is going to touch up against. You want to make sure that it's clean and free of all debris. It's a good idea to use a little bit of lubricant in there. You don't want to use bearing grease, just use a little bit of dielectric grease, just a nice thin coating. Let's get right on this cog right along here. That's going to help ensure that this is nice and quiet while it's working. And then continuing with the dielectric, let's get all 3 of these terminals. This will help keep moisture and debris out of there. Okay, friends, now it's time to put in our brand new pulse board. We have these 3 prongs right along here where my index finger is. Those are going to line up with those 3 tabs right along in there. You want to make sure that they line up perfectly. Also, where the wire connector is, you can see that you have this squared off unit. That needs to fit directly inside these slots. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this in. But before I do, I want to use a little bit of gasket maker and come right along each of these channels and along the backside there to help seal it and keep moisture and debris out. Now I'm going to take my pulse board and I'm going to carefully slide it in. I have my ears lined up all along here, and we want to slide it in, just ensuring that we're not putting very much pressure. We don't want to try to flex this in any way. Let's just press it in there. Now let's take some more of that gasket maker and we're going to come right along the edges here. Let's take our brand new cover and slide it right on here. There we are. All 3 new screws, start them in, snug them up. Connect it in. And test and make sure everything functions properly. Perfect.